We're back again. We're going to be talking about drinking establishments in Southeast Asia. Starting off with Saigon, the number of years I spent there, did not frequent the bars there, mainly because of the influx of all the GIs that made them targets for the Viet Cong to come in and throw a grenade in the door. So I shied away from those. However, in Bangkok, it was a different story. We had a number of good drinking establishments there. Primarily the one that everybody went to was called Max's. And the proprietor there was very pro-Air America. And we always used that place as a starting point in our drinking ventures in Thailand. There was other places there on Patpong Road in Bangkok. The Keynote, which was a piano bar, it was very good too. And the Tip Top Cafe. The Tip Top was a place where some of the loadmasters and other people that were seeking adventure would go and drink. The one thing that was unique about the Tip Top, you could open the front door and look across Patpong Road. And for those that were brave enough and drunk enough, the name of the game was Patpong Roulette. And they'd get in the back of Tip Top Cafe or bar and run straight across the road without getting hit by a taxi or running into a taxi, without looking right and left. This, of course, caused some broken arms and legs and things like that, and wasn't really a fun sport. Now, moving north, we had a lot of drinking establishments in Udorn, Thailand. And some of those were really pretty darn good, even though the Air Force base there, Udorn Thani, was full of GIs, and they would frequent these bars too. The one perhaps that was the most notorious was a Sharon Hotel there, and they had a swimming pool. And the swimming pool was called the Bay of Pigs for obvious reasons. And then further north into Vientiane, Laos, Sin City on the Mekong. We had a number of spots there. The White Rose, which was an establishment that you could go drink in and have some companionship. The Lulu's, which sported a lot of French patrons. The Purple Porpoise, which was run by an Englishman. And he used to do card tricks and things like that. He was kind of a magician of some sort, and we used to have a routine that he'd do with me. And the thing was is to find out the card that the patron had selected out of the deck. Well, this was a stacked deck, and as long as he flashed me the bottom card, I knew what card was in the other guy's hand. And I'd go through the old routine of, oh, you got to think of it clearly. If you think of it clearly and visualize it, then perhaps I can read your mind and find out the denomination and color of the card. And it was a good routine. And one college group that came there was certain that I had clairvoyant properties. and it was from Illinois, I think. And they went back thinking that they'd really seen somebody that was a psychic. But all of these were fun and games. And there was also, in Silicatan, a lot of bars there that had dances and other things that was a lot of fun. And even a movie house there in Vientiane that showed ancient films, some of them Cambodian films that were produced by Prince Sihanouk. And Prince Sihanouk, in most of those films, starred in the main character. He played the male role and the female role. If there was any other females involved, he would have his daughter as the actor in that. Some of them were pretty schmaltzy, but some of them were kind of interesting. There was one about the snakes and, and drinking. particularly when you came back from a day of getting shot at. And a little libation kind of calmed the nerves and calmed the shaking in the hands. And the strange part was, in Vientiane, everybody lived there. The Red Chinese were there, the Communist Laotians, the Red Chinese were there, Communist North Vietnamese were there, they had an embassy, the Red Chinese had an embassy, and everybody was there, even the Russians. And there was one Russian that I made friends with that would come in and drink in the hotel I was staying at, that he wanted to hang around Americans. And from what I understand, he eventually did defect and came to the United States because there was a prize for those people if they wanted to defect. I think $25,000 and a trip to American citizenship. And I believe he did that, especially after seeing pictures of his Russian wife. I think he wanted to change. But anyways, I hope I covered a little bit more of the action that was going on there. Thank you.